Thank you. I am excited to be here. Again, my name is Dr. Loren Williams, and I have been providing mental wellness services in and around Chicagoland area for over 15 years. And it has given me great pleasure to walk alongside so many on their wellness journey, specifically in communities of color where historically it's a stigma being placed on even talking about mental health, right? Let alone receiving mental wellness services, particularly in communities that are under-resourced, that if historically these resources are lacking. So I am excited to work with Salam Wellness Center in bringing quality mental wellness services to this community and hopefully some surrounding communities as well. So in particular, when we think about mental health in the holidays, what we find a lot of, we see increasing during this time is depression and anxiety for various reasons, right? And so I'm here to just provide a few tips about things that you can do, not just around the holidays, but on. We know it's been a tough past 2 years. We've seen a rise in anxiety, depression, people experiencing drug relapses, and so on and so forth. And so one important thing you guys want to think about around this time of the year, folks have a little extra time off from their 9 to 5. They take a little time off from the businesses that they operate. And so you want to think about self-care. And essentially self-care is anything that you do to take care of your mind, anything you do to take care of your body, your spirit, right? And so that could be as simple as taking purposeful time to read a book, right? Pick up a book you haven't read in a while, you love it, read a book. Taking a bubble bath with lavender and Epsom salt and just sitting there asking your family to give you a little time, right? Making sure the house is in order, things are okay, and then saying, you know what, can I have about 30 minutes to an hour to just, sit in my space? And by doing that, you're actually modeling for your children how to take care of yourself. Take this time to slow down and be purposeful. If you've gotten behind in things that were once important to you, like prayer and meditation, things that are good for your whole entire being, take this time to press reset in the area of self-care. Also, you guys want to stay connected. Now, if you struggle with depression around this time of the year, it is so tempting, right? To just be like, I don't want to be bothered. Close my door, I'm not answering the phone. And sometimes that's okay to press reset for a little bit, but when you feel yourself getting consumed by that, you want to actually try your best to purposely push yourself just a little bit, even if it's just making a phone call to family members you haven't spoken to in a while, friends, just to reach out and text and say, hey, I love you, I'm thinking about you. Join an online group. Zoom became popular in the pandemic, all types of online platforms to just stay connected. And those of you who are comfortable, maybe pay a visit to someone that you haven't in a long time. There's something to be said about human connectivity, whether it's in the virtual space or in person, that is really good for your mental health. Lastly, a lot of times we see depression increase during this time of the year because many people have loved ones, right? Many people's loved ones have passed away around this time of the year. And so when this time of the year rolls around, not that you don't think about that person daily, it can be a bit heavier as you remember the traditions and the things that were once shared with granddad or with mom or with a child, right? And so we want to encourage you to feel it. What does that mean? Practice mindfulness. Practice being present in the here and now. Your brain might be tempted to kind of take you to different places. Be present in the moment and feel okay with feeling whatever you feel. A lot of times people try and rush our grief and loss process, but you can't rush it. It is a process. And for some, it lasts a year. For some, it lasts 20, 30 years. That's okay. If you feel like crying because you remember how granddad used to put up the tree or the prayers that were prayed, take a moment, feel it, cry, and how about you go ahead and put that tree up, right? If you had a child who had a favorite TV show, what if the family got together and watched that TV show? So instead of resisting the process and resisting the very real emotions that sometimes we don't talk about, right? And we're uncomfortable with sharing, instead of fighting it, which will prolong the process and ensure that you don't go through it in a healthy way. What about going through it in a healthy way? Look at some pictures of that family member. Sing a song that they used to sing. So in short, all of these tips are basically to say, slow down, be purposeful, be mindful during these holidays, check in with yourself. How am I doing today? How am I feeling? Ask yourself what you need. And always remember, practice mindfulness. Those are your tips for the holiday to protect your mental health.
The Salam Community Wellness Center was launched in 2020 in response to the impact that the COVID-19 pandemic has had on the Black and Brown communities on Chicago's South Side. In the 16 months since we were established, we have acquired and renovated a 3,300 square foot facility in the Woodlawn community. We have 4 exam rooms which were outfitted with the generous donations from individual donors. Our next step is to launch our unique, innovative, integrative program to address the needs of culturally competent primary care, addictive treatment, mental and nutrition services. We will be using mind-body exercises such as deep breathing meditation, yoga, and Tai Chi. Nutrition, educational, and counseling will be provided incorporating the food as medicine model to address chronic illnesses such as diabetes, hypertension, and obesity. The program will address poor access to healthy foods through the installation of its community garden. This space will also serve as a holistic healing space where patients and community members will have the opportunity to learn about and participate in. Thank you for your contributions, and we look forward to your continued support.